you. Yes. Welcome and thank you for taking 15 minutes with us. We know your time is valuable, so we're going to hop right into some amazing real life stories. I will be giving away a $10 gift card for Amazon at the end of our presentation. If you have not yet won on a Pink 15, go ahead and drop your email address in the chat and stick with us until the end, because tonight we're going to hear from the amazing Kirsten and Nancy. A little bit of their stories, and then I will share a bit of my story and some valuable information. So definitely prepare to be inspired and consider how you might benefit. So we are going to start with Kirsten.
Thanks, Bernita. Hi, everyone. I am Kirsten Canavan, and I've been with Plexus, oh my gosh, 9 years now. It's hard to believe. I can't, it's funny, Bernie asked me to tell my story, and I'm like, wow, it's hard to believe or remember what it used to be like. But I had some old journals, so I decided to look through them. And, I remember being just tired all the time. I couldn't sleep. I had horrible hot flashes. And when I am saying hot flashes, I mean like soaking my sheets and soaking my, my pajamas. I wasn't sleeping well. In fact, I post all the time about my sleep patterns of how I used to get maybe 2 hours of sleep a night. And now I'm like a solid 7.5, almost 8 hour sleeper a night, which is just amazing, which is life changing. But I guess really for me, it was just I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I reached out and I was like, okay, I don't want to, I don't want to be part of anything. Just give me the pink drink. I'll buy it retail. But really in the end of the day, here's what I'm going to tell you. When I started the pink drink, I immediately within the first 4 days, instantly felt different. I had more energy. I was not tired as soon as I got up in the morning. I was sleeping a little better, and I said, okay, Bernita, I'm ready. I want to do the triplex, because I knew at that point that's what I needed to do. And from then on, it's history. Every day, every week, every month, even 9 years later, it continues. I no longer have hot flashes. In fact, that happened about, I would say about 6 months, 7 months into it, as my gut started getting healthy. The sleep was drastically changed. Probably around the same time, I think they sort of evened out each other. I stopped having the hot flashes and I actually slept. And I swear by Mega X. That's what did it for me for the sleeping. And then X Factor was a huge benefit for me. Brain fog and I just can't tell you how much energy now, this many years later, being consistent, taking my products every day, I still feel as amazing as I remember that long ago. And I think for you guys who are either thinking of doing it or already in your early stages of doing it, just stick with it. Be consistent, take your products. And, I always remind people, you don't feel that way, or you don't feel the way you're feeling, and it didn't take a month, right? It takes time. And I will tell you, even 9 years later, I still go through some die off because, you eat things, you go on vacations, you have to, for whatever reason, take an antibiotic, maybe because you're sick or whatever those things are. You still need your microbiome and your gut health. And I will tell you, just stay consistent. Stay consistent, because it is life changing. Those products are life changing, and they have been for myself. I have a big family. All my children take it. They're now 23, 22, and 12. And it was life changing for my 12-year-old, because he started it like about 7 years ago. And it was unbelievable what it did for him as well. So that is my story.
Yay, thank you so much. If you are just joining us or you joined late and you have not been to a Pink 15 before, please make sure to put your email address, because we're going to have a little contest at the end for a $10 gift card. So take it away, Nancy.
Hi. Okay. So I kind of wrote mine out. It's the teacher in me, sorry. So it's been a year now since I was feeling like I was living in a fog. It seems many people I'm talking to are being put more and more medications. So overwhelming. So I'll be honest, I was skeptical when my friend encouraged me to try some gut health supplements she loved. Plus, I was apprehensive because I had already spent all this money for doctors that didn't take my insurance and didn't cover things. I was on these hormones, I was on pain meds, I was on sleep meds, I was taking everything to feel better, right? But it was band-aid, not a solution. So I kind of was like, well, what if I try them? Can't hurt. So my wife and I took trazodone for sleeping and antidepressants, and we would sleep, but we would wake up like kind of feeling like hungover. And so we switched to the gummies, the sleep gummies that Plexus have. And man, we would wake up feeling phenomenal. We instantly stopped taking our sleep meds and feel like we're so much better. Like we got restful night sleeps, plus they had some gut health. So we're like, okay, let's keep going with some of these products. Another drug I was on, a lot of people hear about it all the time, was for gabapentin. I was on 1,800 milligrams max dose. I didn't realize it was for seizures. I wasn't having seizures. It was for my pain. So it's cutting off all my nerves. I was also taking 800 ibuprofen when the pain got bad. And I was on trazodone for muscle spasms and Charlie horses. So she told me, try the ease, try the pink drink, and some nerve. See how you feel. So I started taking it. A couple months later, I realized I was no longer taking my gabapentin, no longer taking my seizure medicine, barely taking any ibuprofen, even when I was, had a little ache. Like I wasn't on anything anymore. And the next thing I knew is I had no more prescriptions in my system because of these, and my body felt better. It was starting to work better. It was feeling better. So looking back at that point at 4 months, I was like, my only regret at that point was I wish I listened to her sooner. So thank you, Bernita.
Thank you so much. That is a lot of medications, which we know has side effects, which puts you on other medications and side effects. It's like a crazy roller coaster. So a little bit about my story. Thank you ladies again for sharing. I started for weight loss, and unbeknownst to me what gut health was, I just cared about losing some weight. And the first month, Mother's Day 2015, was my last migraine. I had suffered for over 2 decades, and they would completely debilitate me for days. So no more having to cancel plans with my family because I don't even worry about it anymore. So it'll be 9 years on Mother's Day that I've had a migraine. Constipation, huge. Since I was a baby, I dealt with it. I was given prunes, enemas, suppositories, Taco Bell bean burritos, you name it, just to try to get the things going. We just thought it was going to be normal for me to go once, maybe twice a week, which is not the case because I like clockwork 2 to 3 times a day now, and I'm never bloated and I don't feel icky, and it's amazing. Another thing is eczema, because gut health does affect your skin too. Also something that I dealt with for years and years, creams, dermatologists, you name it. And every now and then I find if I eat too much sugar, which I really don't do anymore, I will get a flare on an elbow. But before, it was just massive body parts and it was ugly situation. So I will take a little sugar with a little elbow scratching every now and then. But again, it's nothing like it was. And then with the wind, if you live in Las Vegas, you'll know that it's super windy today, and allergies would be another thing that I do not suffer from anymore. And any allergy sufferers out there, the only time I know about it is when I see people complain about it on Facebook, and just people complaining about being sick all the time from the allergies. So hopefully some of that resonates with you guys of what the 3 of us shared. I'm going to quickly, we have 6 more minutes, highlight our triplex, which is our gut health system. It works in 3 ways to get your gut back in balance. It supports your gut health by helping weed out unwanted microbes, feeding your gut with beneficial microbes, and feeding those beneficial microbes with the prebiotics they need to flourish. So think of your gut as a garden. So I'm going to go over some of them. The first thing we do before we get our garden ready is we weed. So this is our BioCleanse, and it uses an innovative combination of magnesium and citrus bioflavonoids to support regularity and help weed out unwanted substances from our digestive system. And then our other weed and also seed is our ProBio 5. Its dual action formula means that you get benefits of 2 products in one. It uses beneficial enzymes, probiotics, and botanical grapeseed extract, and they all work together to create an optimal gut environment by helping weed out the unwanted intestinal yeast to support the yeast balance. So you can think of it this way. The probio is the scrub brush analogy of a toilet. It's the scrub brush that breaks up all of that yucky stuff. And then the bio cleanse flushes it out of your system because we don't want that in there anymore. And then finally, we have to feed our garden with good stuff. So we have a couple of things. We have our microbiome slim. It has a long name that I can never say, xylosaccharides, also known as XOS. And that is a clinically demonstrated prebiotic that feeds your gut and helps beneficial microbes thrive. It comes in 2 different flavors and can also help you lose weight. But we do have a weight loss one also, the hunger control. That is what they look like. This also has a prebiotic in it called polydextrose, and it helps reduce your desire to overeat. And as always, I have to give the disclaimer that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. We are through the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. You just have to take it from us and all of our stories on what it has helped us with. So one more thing before we go, most people do have great results, so they tell their friends and family, just like you recommend a steakhouse or something you bought at the store, something you buy on Amazon. It completely feels natural, and you can actually earn $300 for 3 friends or go beyond that if you need some extra money every month. So we also have a fast start program where people are able to earn quickly. We link arms with everybody and make sure that you get great results, whether you do the products in the business. We are going to be here for you always. So if you have friends and family in mind right now who need these products from either your sponsor, you know their story, stories you've seen, or stories you've heard from us today, then definitely invite them to join in on the next one. We have these every Thursday, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. And if you didn't already know, we do have a money back promise, 60 days money back guarantee. So what do you have to lose besides excess fat, inflammation, and miserable symptoms? So let's see if we have any questions first before we go on to our winner. No? All right, as promised, look at with 2 minutes to spare. The winner, we have a 50-50 chance, and it is Tara Ridley. So Tara, can you go ahead and either message me, or actually somebody can write her email address down for me, and I will make sure that you get your Amazon gift card. So again, what if this could change everything for you too? Not just us, it's for everybody who lives and breathes. So don't hesitate, because you were one decision away from the things for the better. So again, follow up with the friend who invited you and ask any questions, and they will help guide you in the right direction. And I wish you a very good evening.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Sorry about my crazy Zoom.
That's okay.
Thanks, you guys. It was great.